Hello my colleagues, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, you are absolutely welcome as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. As most of you know, I am an investor first. I research companies, study fundamentals, and hold for the long term. That's my lane. But recently, I've been learning more about technical analysis, and I got curious. What could it actually feel like to trade? And I'm not talking about trading the stock market. Nah, I mean the crypto market. I've been trying to build out my strategy, or you could say my edge in that space. So my goal was simple: test out short-term moves, place a few positions, and see how fast things can shift. That's when I decided to try out a platform called Markets4you. Full transparency, this video is sponsored by them. But as always, I use the platform myself first before saying yes to any deal. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I found trading the crypto market using Markets4you. The good, the average, and the honest truth. So if you have been thinking about dabbling into trading, or you're just curious how a long-term investor like me approached it, then you want to stick around till the end. Let's get into it. Let's go. Now, you might be wondering, Micah, why even bother with trading when you already invest long term? That's a fair question. But here's the thing. I've come to realize that understanding short-term price movement, especially through tools like technical analysis, can actually make you a sharper investor overall. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about building an edge. So I'm not suddenly becoming a full-time trader. Not at all, at least for now. I'm still buying solid companies and holding them for years. But at the same time, I want to understand how market moves, or you can say how market behave in the short term. That includes things like market structure, liquidity, momentum, and how price really moves on a day-to-day basis. And to be clear, I'm testing this out with very small amounts. Like, this is just me experimenting, learning, and trying to build a deeper skill set that can serve me across both investing and trading. So yeah, this isn't me switching sides. It's just me growing as a market participant. So let's talk about the platform itself we are going to be using to trade, Markets4you. Some of you might already know them by their old name, Forex4you. They have actually been in the game for over 18 years and they rebranded to Markets4you in 2024 to reflect their broader focus beyond Forex. Over time, they have handled more than 1.3 billion orders and served over 3 million trading accounts across the world. So yeah, this isn't some new random platform that just popped up last year. They have been around longer than most of you, my viewers, have been trading, and that gave me some confidence to at least try them out. Now, of course, age doesn't always equal quality, but it does show a certain level of track record, and that matters in the financial market, which is a space where platforms come and go. Now, one thing I like about Markets4you is the range of assets you can actually trade. You're not limited to just Forex. You can also trade stocks, indices, crypto, commodities, and even metals. And in total, they offer over 250 instruments. That's a decent spread, especially if you are the type of person that wants to test different markets or build a diversified short-term playbook. For me personally, I kept it simple. I mainly tested Bitcoin and gold, two assets that are known for their volatility and liquidity. I wanted to see how the platform handles fast-moving markets, tight spreads, and whether execution was as smooth as they claimed. And we will talk about that in a moment. Now, before I even placed my first trade, I had to ask one important question. Is this platform actually safe? Because no matter how good the app looks or how fast they claim executions are, if your money isn't protected, it's a no-go for me. So I did some digging. Markets4you is regulated by the FSC in Mauritius and also licensed by the BVI Financial Services Commission, which means they are not operating in the shadows. They also practice fund segregation, which simply means your money is kept separate from the company's operational funds. So even if the company runs into issues, your deposits are still protected. And yes, I personally checked all of this before funding my account with my money. So if safety and regulations are deal breakers for you, like they are for me, that part is checked out. All right, now let me show you what I actually tested on the platform, the trades, the execution, and my honest experience. Let's get into that next. So once I signed up and funded my account, I decided to test the platform for myself No demo mode, no fluff, real trades with small amounts. First off, the user interface and experience was simple to navigate and smooth. Whether I was using the mobile app or logging in via the web, I didn't feel overwhelmed. And that's important because nobody wants to be figuring out a confusing interface while managing live positions. Execution speed was another thing I paid attention to. They claim 0.1 second order execution, and in my experience, orders were executed instantly. I didn't notice any major delays, even when the market was moving fast. Now let's talk trades. I decided to trade Bitcoin and gold just to test volatility and see how the stop losses behaved. I kept my trade small. I funded with $10 and I executed the trade with just $5, which is just enough to get a feel for how things work without stressing my capital. Bottom line, I wasn't trading to get rich quick. I was just trying to understand how the platform performs in real conditions. And it gave me exactly what I needed to evaluate things clearly. Now, let's talk about something that caught my attention: copy trading. Markets4you has it built right into the platform, and here is how it works. You can copy the trades of top performing traders automatically, no stress. Even if you have no experience, you can follow pro traders, mirror their strategies, and let the system do the work for you. And everything is automated, so it's beginner friendly. Trades are copied instantly and come with built-in risk controls, so you stay in control. Now, why this can be a great entry point for beginners, especially if you are still figuring things out. Copy trading is not a shortcut to guaranteed profit. Yes, it gives you a front row seat to how pro traders operate, but if you are blindly following without learning the why behind each move, you are missing the point. I always like to say that copy trading gives you access to the what, but don't ignore the why. So even while the system does the heavy lifting, make sure you're also learning, watching market behavior, and studying risk. That's how to turn tools like this into real growth and not just passive following. Now let's shift gears a bit, because why tools like copy trading are great. The real test for any trading platform comes down to the one thing: the trading conditions. How fast are trades executed? Are the spreads tight? Do you get slapped with hidden fees every time you fund or withdraw? These are the things I always look out for. And here's what I found on Markets4you. First off, they advertise spreads as low as zero point 0.1 pips, which is actually quite tight, especially if you are trading forex pairs with high volume. They also offer leverage up to 1 to 4,000. Now, let me say this clearly. That kind of leverage is not for beginners. It sounds exciting, but it also multiplies your risk. So unless you fully understand what you are doing, I would honestly recommend using lower leverage. On the positive side, there are no deposit or withdrawal fees, which I appreciate. I hate when you make, for example, $10 on a trade and lose $3 to random charges. So this is a green flag for me. Also, it is worth noting that there are no commissions on BTC and Ethereum trades. So in summary, the trading conditions are solid, but like anything in trading, the tools are only as good as your ability to manage your risk. Use them wisely. Now, let's quickly talk about the different account types available on Markets4you, because this part had me scratching my head a bit when I first signed up. By default, when you create an account, you're automatically given the Classic Pro account, which is linked to MT4. So what does this mean for those that might be asking? Classic Pro is basically their main trading account built for users who want full control. You get floating spreads from 0 0.1 pips, fast market execution, and the ability to trade larger positions if you want. Now, for those who are brand new to trading, there is something called the Cent Pro account, which is better suited for smaller trades and micro lots. Think of it as a training ground to start slow and build confidence in the market. But for me, I didn't go that route. I stuck with the default Classic Pro, not because I am a pro or anything like that, but because I like to jump straight into the ocean, make my mistakes early, and learn fast. That's just how I am wired. So if you are like me and prefer to figure things out in real time, Classic Pro works. But if you want a gentler entry point, the Cent Pro account is also there when you are ready. So now let's talk about platforms real quick. Markets4you supports MT4, MT5, and their own mobile trading app. The mobile app was enough for my kind of quick testing and small trades. The interface was clean, execution was smooth, and I could monitor my trades in real time without feeling overwhelmed. This is perfect for someone like me who is still building out their short-term trading workflow. Now, when it comes to reliability and support, I personally didn't run into any issues, so I didn't need to, start contacting their support team. But it's good to know that they offer 24/7 customer support, live chat in 11 different languages, and even phone support if needed. For me, just knowing that someone is on standby, especially when you are trading volatile stuff like Bitcoin, gives me peace of mind, because when things moves fast, the last thing you want is to be stuck with a bug or delay and no one to talk to from their end. So now my final thoughts. Am I switching to full-time trading? Definitely not. That's not my lane, at least for now. But testing markets for you gave me something valuable, a real world feel for how short-term trading actually plays out. It helped me apply the technical analysis I've been learning and understand price action in real time and not just in theory. And I think if you're an investor who is curious and you'd approach it responsibly, it might be worth trying out as well. Just remember, don't trade with any money you cannot afford to lose, especially when there is leverage involved. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this video with someone who is curious about trading, and please don't forget to check out and download the Markets for You application. And thanks to them for reaching out and sponsoring this video and supporting the channel's growth. I really do appreciate. And until next time, my colleagues, they will.